And you, Jake, need to keep your brother in line. That would be fantastic.
I can't make any promises.
I appreciate your honesty. What are you gonna do?
Right.
What are you gonna do? Of course.
Oh, he's okay. He's getting refreshments.
Is it just me, or is Liz a little jumpy?
Can I find that?
Can't
Google.
tell.
Ah, there we go.
Oh.
I'm in the mines.
Do I?
Okay, if you guys go to map of the day.
Let's see. Map of the day.
Map of the day.
The one on the end titled This One Mines.
Do you have to roll for destiny points, Zach?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, thank you.
Good catch.
Hope you guys don't mind that I don't have a shirt on, because if so, I'll just turn my camera off.
That's totally fine.
I do mind no one's playing.
That is
Okay,
unfortunate for you, Jake.
Back to this roll, it's one black die is for Stevie, and then hold on. RW for Jeb.
Ooh, wow. Ooh.
Another dark side.
In the
We're
GM's
counting Jake.
favor.
We're really giving back to the team, man.
Yes.
It's okay. Eventually.
Ooh,
Uh-oh.
that's 3 dark side. What do you roll, Dar?
I got a dark side.
So it's 4 dark side? Oh, this is gonna be fun.
I think so. It's going to be an interesting
Night.
situation.
Huh?
Oh man, you got it pretty spot on with the square. Oh, okay. I guess at least vertically, yeah. Okay, so
I started to adjust them, but
I should stick to the top one. I'm guessing.
yeah, we're gonna start at the top one.
Okay. This could be an interesting test to see how practical it is to use this as a bare bones virtual tabletop.
Honestly, I think I just really need to get in and do roll 20. That's what I need. I just need to man up, take some time, and figure out roll 20.
Well, I was gonna say, if you're making these maps and this one thing you're using, you might as well just like put those images into Roll20, right?
Yeah.
You've done all the hard stuff.
I would be most happy to give you a rundown on Roll20 if you would like. There's also, I don't remember, I think I gifted you a copy of Tabletop Simulator, and I may end up switching over to that if Roll20 kind of bites the dust with this whole OGL license BS bogus.
Yeah. Yeah. Is Roll20 wrapped up in that?
Not exactly. They're not at risk for the licensing necessarily, but Wizards of the Coast is really getting aggressive with their language, and so it's looking to be that really anyone who is taking advantage of the open game license may have a rocky future, as in they may no longer have the legal right to produce or host content that's owned by Wizards of the Coast or anything Wizards of the Coast adjacent, like Dungeon Masters Guild or Drive-Thru RPG.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I know that
day to day for us, it's probably not going to matter too much.
Yeah. I mean, I know that like Roll20 is used for a bunch of stuff besides D&D. Like I know you guys that played many different games on Roll20, so from my understanding of that, it really comes like what it comes down to is like, are you trying to make money off of your game, or off of your work. Because
Right.
like this campaign that I'm writing now, I don't have to write it like it would be very easy to write it as an open-ended as like an open-ended RPG that is not like specifically for any one system. You know, I mean, all of the writing, all of the hard part, the stories, the loot tables, all that stuff, like that's not that hard to just make not like D&D 5th edition specific. You know what I mean? Like just because I say like there's a Manticore here does not mean that I'm talking about the 5th edition Manticore. You know,
worthwhile point to make is that they really have they have no copyright over mechanics, but they have copyright over the terminology. So, for instance, the term saving throw is owned by Wizards of the Coast, but saving roll isn't.
Right, or just save.
Right. So, I mean, if you wanted to, you could just go with the rules that everybody has memorized, which are open source, and just say roll for it. Roll this, roll that, roll this, roll that. You'd be fine.
Right.
But unfortunately, Roll20, for instance, has about 80% of their games run our D&D 5th edition, and then another 5% are Pathfinder of some sort, which is owned by Paizo, but is somehow, and I don't fully understand it, connected to Wizards of the Coast a little bit.
It is because
There you go.
the original Pathfinder was Dungeons and Dragons 3.5 edition. Like once we made 4th edition, everyone was like, "Ew, 4th edition sucks. We're all going back to 3.5." And then it's like, well, we want to go places. Like there were writers that wanted to go places with 3.5, while Wizards of the Coast was looking at trying to make 4th edition work, which it didn't, and then after that getting 5th edition, like focusing on 5th edition, and everybody but like these other writers that were into like 3.5, which was at one point in time the game to play, like the mechanic. They said, well, we want to do other stuff with it, and that's where you get like Starfinder and all of like the Pathfinder supplements. But it started out as like literal D&D. It was Wizards of the Coast owned Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
And then they worked out some sort of deal, called it Pathfinder. I think it was that they just changed the words.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Okay. Like you said, like from saving throw to saving roll. All the mechanics, all of the everything just got rolled over.
Darn.
The biggest difference is whereas D&D, at least initially, 5th edition was all square grids. Pathfinder is hex grids.
Oh.
Like everything in Pathfinder is hex grids, not just crawls.
Woohoo!
I like hex grids. Okay, I'll stop distracting you.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Okay.
I'll be able to hear you. I'm just going to grab a snack.
So, just as a quick recap, since it's been a while, the party decided to go explore some other places in the universe, in the galaxy. One of the places they chose was a city or a planet called. Oh, hang on! Can't believe I don't have this. Almost there. Welk. Sorry. They heard from their master. You guys had heard from your master Peme that there was this planet, kind of intentionally hidden in the Outer Rim, where the Force was unnaturally strong. stronger than anywhere anyone had ever seen, in anywhere recorded, that she knew of, and that there were people that lived there. They are the descendants of some colony ships that they believe crashed there hundreds of years before, and the people have since fallen into essentially a dark age, and are about on a medieval tech level. But with the force being so potent there and so present, there is an abnormally high number of force sensitives. Not very often do people reach the level of like Jedi, but there are a lot of slightly or a little bit force sensitive people. Like not everybody who's force sensitive can be a Jedi, you know.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so to a lesser degree, these people are sensitive. It was a bit of a trip getting there, and upon getting there, you guys made a little bit of an entrance coming in at night. Or no, you didn't come in at night, did you?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I think we did. Yeah, we came on the night side.
You did, yeah. You came in at night, and you were thought to be a falling star. Something that does happen fairly occasionally there. Found a abandoned logging camp, and kind of hid your ship in a clearing, and kind of set some decoys and stuff up to make it look like you guys were staying there, or at least that it was occupied. You did find signs of a large predator, but they looked old. Nothing's come of that. After that, I believe you guys spent some time getting acquainted with the local area, and then head downriver to the nearest settlement, which was really more of a collection of houses than anything, and some farms. Only Stevie was there for that one, or actually went to talk to them. Everybody else stayed hidden, and even just with her being clearly not from there, let alone, I mean, she was human, same as them, but just clearly being not from there, people were a little weirded out. That was not your guys' best interaction. As you continued down the river, continued your explorations down the river, you found the town of Bridgeport. Bridgetown. You found the town of Bridgetown, where you had much smoother social interactions with the population. They did at first think that that Roby was Bigfoot, and that Dar and Jeb were demons. I think they might have thought Deb was a what are they called?
I remember you used a word that I was not familiar with.
Duros.
Yes.
I thought you might have been a weird looking Duros.
What about me?
They thought you were a demon. They were pretty sure you were a demon. Just seeing as they don't have any of those species on this planet. You guys did manage to convince them that you were from across the mountains, which they all believed to be uninhabited. And that, yeah, and it actually worked out really well. You were essentially accepted into by the community. You were able to purchase some, I think everybody purchased at least cloaks that help you blend in a little better with the local accoutrements.
Like Jedi cloaks?
Like medieval traveling cloaks. Of course, they were all very interested in the stuff you had. I think Rovi even did some cooking and impressed some people. Don't remember. You have to ask him about that one. But after a little bit of time, you guys decided to continue your explorations north along the road to a series to a mining community that the foreman was subtly inquiring about people to investigate some disappearances that have been happening in the mines. Duncan, I'm letting you out, but then you're not coming back in my room. I'm not playing this game. Not much. And as I remember, or if I remember correctly, you guys had just concluded your agreement with the foreman and were headed into the mines. Now, we're gonna have to. We're gonna have to change my story here a little bit. I can't. All right. I believe last session I had said you guys went down to the lower section of the mines. We're just going to skip that. The mines have been closed due to mysterious disappearances.
Oh.
As you approach the mines, you can see that there's sort of log fort structure built around it, probably to keep out animals and just keep everything kind of in. One important thing to note is while the gates are closed, there are guards on the top, and they do have those, what are those called? Scorpions? Yeah, scorpions, the giant crossbow things.
Oh, they mean business.
They have those pointed not outwards, but towards the entrance of the mine. It looks like the fortification was very clearly designed to defend from outside threats, probably large creatures. But it looks like the defenses have been pointed inward on the front of the mine.
Oh.
As you approach, one of the guards goes, "Oi, hey, who are you?"
You're on a mission.
A mission.
We come to find out what's going on inside the mine. We think we might be able to help.
We come in peace.
Thank you. Yes, we absolutely come in peace. And we've been sent by your boss's name, whose man name I can't remember.
Insert boss name here.
Yes.
Right, insert boss name. We're just going to go with insert boss name here because I forgot also, and yeah.
You know, the dude that looks like this, and I describe him, and he walks around like he owns the place. I describe him, you know, that one.
Yeah, that guy.
Give me... Oh, man, I wish I could make you roll a performance.
He looks like he's been on that tower for way longer than they're about to pay him for.
Give me 1 second, because I am absolutely going to make you roll something.
You hate me.
Star Wars. Okay. really wish this was 5e and I could just make you roll performance.
Oh,
I wonder what kind of dump stat you could use.
Would
You
say,
could do a charm check.
I could absolutely do a charm.
yeah,
check.
I would say, yeah. Give me a charm check. Give me a charm check. Oh, my back pop. Felt good.
Ooh.
I can get wherever I want in this camp.
He just goes, yeah, all right, yeah, come on in, yeah. Apparently they're here to fix the thing, so everybody, don't shoot. And they just open the doors. Y'all just stroll right in.
I'm gonna give him a little fake funny salute.
He goes, well, be careful there and holler before you come out so we know not to shoot you.
I'm just gonna whip around and be like, any advice? Anybody?
Yeah, don't die.
I'm gonna lean over to the
That's a
guys
good
and like,
tip.
put my
I'll
arms
remember
around
that
them
one.
and like act like I'm joking and be like, hey, but we probably should have asked what's in there first because we don't know what. I mean, I don't think anyone else does, but
I kind of doubt they do, though it would have been a good
I
question
think
to
they
ask.
do. Listen, right? So like yeah, I think they do because they seem guarded up enough. Like,
I suppose.
So I would say you guys did talk to the foreman about this, and they don't actually know what it is.
I
Oh,
do
okay.
remember that.
They do know that
ghosts.
it has happened while people were in there. Like a group of miners went in, and then just one of them didn't come out.
It's ghosts.
I have a bad feeling about this.
It's a little dark.
TB
So,
Jebby.
it's a mine. It's a little dark in there. Hard to tell. But yes. So you don't know. You're fairly certain they don't know, or at least you have every reason to believe that they don't know.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So
Right.
everybody sees the map.
The one with the rail cars.
Yes. In the top map,
Yeah.
you guys are like O11, O12, P11, P12, and they're just entering in. And this part is actually this front part up to the little rail car exchange thing, track changer. Up to that is pretty reasonable. Like it's still dark, right? But it's still getting a bit of light from outside. You can see it's like dim light. It's not, darkness. Anywhere off of that, either side and past that, the only light comes from the handful of lanterns, look like oil lanterns, that are still lit. And those shed pretty dim light, about as much as like your lightsaber would, except it doesn't follow you around.
Right.
Do we have a flashlight on a lightsaber?
Oh.
No, but your lightsaber does generate a certain amount of light that you can see by. You can use it as a weak short range flashlight.
Does no one have a flashlight though? That's what I need to see if I have one. Because that would come in like handy. I have an explorer's knife, but I don't think that has anything attached to it. I need to do better about keeping up with myself. But I don't see anything for right now. So yeah, let's... Oh, can I just go up and pick up one of the oil lamps? and walk through, like a torch or a lamp or something?
You can see that the reservoir can be removed to be filled, but you can't take the lamp with you.
Dang. Okay.
Or at least not without breaking the lamp. Or like breaking the housing. They're not designed to be moved.
Okay.
And they do seem to be pretty, at least from what you can tell, like pretty intentional and specific areas.
Right. Alright. I mean, I'm willing to use my lightsaber if it comes to. We're gonna be in a mine.
Are we out of sight of the
No
people
one else
with
is.
the scorpions?
Yes. Yeah, once you get past, like, column R, they can't really see.
Okay.
Okay.
It's just so bright outside and so dark inside. It's just a pitch black hole.
Alright, so, like, I'm willing to follow the lamp up until this one, like, AC 10. Given that there's enough light, but there is this other tunnel that comes from the north down.
So you want to go straight?
I'll go north if you go straight.
In the party already?
Well, not for long, just to check it.
Yeah, you go in right past that wall, and I'll go right up around the bend.
Okay, it should be worth noting that I don't have the ability to do this, but you can't see the whole map. Like you guys don't. You guys are going section by section.
Right.
I'm working off that suspicion, yeah. So I'm not accounting in the fact that I can see the little tunnel. So that's why I said I'll go up around the bend if you go right past that wall that's at like X7.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we'll come back to the center. Jeb, keep an eye out for all these other tunnels and stuff. You don't mind holding down the fort here real quick?
Yep.
And watching our backs.
Okay.
And see what we see.
Okay, then let me get a perception check from each of you.
Okay.
And Dar, you said you're going north?
Yeah, I'll go up. Yep.
I'm going to flip a destiny point to give you a red die to upgrade average check one of your purple to a red.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Spaghetti-o.
So now it is one white die or one light side point, 3 dark side points.
That
I
could
take
have
it
been
mine's
worse.
still average.
Could have been worse.
That
Yes.
dice thought was nice to me. It has a history of not being nice to me.
That is a very close Toladar. I mean, I don't know that yet, but
Stevie,
yeah.
you can see if you head up to that AC 11, AC 10 lamp. If you keep going forward another 25 feet or whatever it is, you can see that there's this is here because there's a track change for the cart.
Okay,
And up above you, there's like the ceilings are very high here, by the way. This is not like a typical mine that are like low ceiling. These ceilings are at least 12-foot ceilings.
Okay.
But you can see that just in front of you and to your right, there's a ladder up to a platform with another oil lamp up there. And it appears that there was some mining going on up there. But you can't really tell much else about it.
Okay.
Other than there was some mining going on up there.
Okay.
Dar.
Yeah.
Again, it's hard to see. Hard to see with the lamps producing so little glow. But you also see a mining area, a ladder going up to a mining area to your left. There's a cart here. It looks like it's at least partially full with some sort of metal vein. It's kind of hard to tell what color it is in the oil lamp. Suffice to say, it is fairly shiny. But sorry, I lost my train of thought there. But other than that, you don't really see anything.
So
You don't see anything.
so I see a ladder going up somewhere to my left, right? Correct?
Yeah, up to what looks like, from what you can see from down there, it looks like that's where mining is going on because there's a cart with some ore in it, and you don't see anywhere else that it could be.
Okay.
Nowhere else around you has been mined.
I think that's sufficient for now. I'll turn back so that I can rendezvous.
You do see the narrow kind of, it looks like actually a natural cavern that goes to your right.
You know what?
It goes east, I should say, east from your position. And you can see another light down there, a couple of lights down there, and what appears to be a very, very medieval lift of some kind, like elevator.
Okay, you know what? I'll change my mind and go that direction and see if I find anything of interest.
All right.
Zach, do I notice from the ambient light and stuff that the track like curves to the left going forward?
Yeah, you can see that it curves that direction.
Okay. Cool. Alright, I'm gonna go back to rendezvous.
Okay, you get there, and it is only you and Jeb. No Dar. Dar has gone missing.
Can I do some kind of force check to see if he's like in the vicinity? Because like surely he's close enough.
I mean, you could also just call him on the comm link.
Or that too.
Or did you not bring your comm links?
I did bring my comm links. Of course I have my comm links.
Okay.
Okay. That's the only thing I ever have with me all the time.
It's effectively a cell phone.
I'm a millennial. Anyways. Dar. Come in. I'm back at the point. I'm here with Jeb.
Okay, I'll be back in a moment. I found another area to check.
Alright, cool.
It's not far. I'll be back.
Hold on.
I'll be back.
Wait. Come back, and we'll all go together.
Okay. I'll go back to the what looks like a turntable.
Okay, yeah. So
Okay.
what is he doing? Yeah, because I can't see.
Are you gonna go back the same way you came, or are you gonna go around the corner?
Well, I don't really know that I can go around the corner, so I will go back the way I came.
Okay. All right, sounds good.
Explain to them that like there's these cutoff tracks that come out, and it looks like there's some mining going up like on an upper level, which is kind of weird. But then like these tracks we're standing on, how they like turn and go.
Yeah, I
found what I've seen.
I found an area that goes up, and there's a ladder. It seems like a mining area, and then further on, I found what I think is a lift, of some sort, an elevator.
Huh. And that's the track that goes north on the map.
That's the northeast corner, yeah.
Okay, the longer track. Okay. Yeah, let's start from the front and go back. So let's start with yours, Dar.
Okay. So you want to try that ladder I found first?
Sure, because I think I saw one similar, so.
Okay, if you guys are all going as a group, that's fine. When you get to the area that Dar had explored you do see upon going up the ladder that it definitely is a mine area. There's like some chunks of ore still on the ground, and you can see where the wall has been very obviously just like hacked at with tools. It's not natural or finished in any way, shape, or form. And what you do find is a actually kind of narrow, 5 foot wide maybe stretch that leads to a spot that overlooks the entrance tunnel that you had not noticed coming in.
That's interesting.
Interesting, but not very useful. Well, not at the moment. It's not useful. I can imagine
wondered
if there was
that-
some sort of creature we had to kill, that maybe that might be useful as high ground.
I look at Dark. I wonder if the whole mine is this like has this many like nooks and crannies.
It makes sense from what I know from just talking to people about this sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure there's lots of shafts going short directions and odd directions, and or short lengths and odd directions.
Well, let's go see what we can't find.
All right. What else do you guys? Where do you guys want to go next?
Definitely towards that left.
Once we get down the ladder, right? Couldn't we see that tunnel right in front of us? The one at like the opening is like at Y3, 4.
Oh yeah,
Where
absolutely.
the Dan went, yeah. You guys could go that way to the lift. I guess you don't have to follow the track.
Oh, okay. Let's go that way.
And it's the only way
Liz
that I
just-
technically
Liz-
know of. To
Right,
get there.
Liz just put 2 and 2 together. Okay.
So I would say it would be pretty reasonable at this, like Stevie, for your character to have been like
Okay.
to now be in both places. You can see, okay, well that's clearly where the other passage went. It's
right,
pretty reasonable.
Okay. I was gonna imagine I see more train tracks. So, oh, I'm gonna be. Stevie is very amused. I bet a bunch of people just got lost down here.
I suppose that's possible. It's easy to get lost underground.
So you guys are going to take the lift down.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Is there anything we really ought to do in preparation before we do this? Like,
What should we have done?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of anything like what's normal before descending into a mine. Do you put on a hard hat? Like, I don't have a hard hat.
Oh. Yeah. No,
Like,
I
there's
guess we're
gotta
just
be
kind of
some
on our own on
mining
this one.
equipment around here somewhere. Maybe we ought to turn back real fast and see about getting helmets or something.
Let's. We can look at those boxes, but if this is medieval, no, I think they just sent people down
That's a good point.
on their own.
All right. Well, let's
Helmets
just
are
be careful.
relatively new. Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good.
Party,
in general, like kind of new technology. So
party.
exactly, this would be a great spot for a rave. You could fit so many people down here.
Okay.
But yeah,
Well, somebody
everyone's
give
got their
me a easy mechanics check to figure this out.
got it. One second.
Not me.
What my mechanics is. Shoot, sorry guys, a second. There we go. You said easy mechanics check?
Easy mechanics check. Okay. Stevie, you're looking at this contraption and you're like, man, this is super primitive. This is like basic gears and pulleys and crap.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you just kind of grab the lever and just kind of like yank on it. And you kind of underestimated the cleverness of the design. And instead of it just being like an on-off, it actually is like the more you pull back on the handle, the faster down you go. So you just by like yanking it to like the down button, you just like you drop about 25 feet, almost just straight or sorry, longer than that, not 25 feet.
Jeez, ow, did I hurt us?
Yeah, you drop about 25 feet before you like, whoa, and you kind of put the handle back and it like slows down.
Oh, okay.
Everybody remove one strain.
Is that me?
Everybody loses a strain. You can blame Stevie.
Thanks.
I got a perfect roll. How does that happen?
Wow, I was.
Hey, Liz, could you roll for me?
Oh, yes. No, we're not rolling anything. But I'll take you off your strain, though. It's on your sheet.
Also, what light source do you guys have while you're traveling down this elevator?
Our
Because it does not
lightsabers.
have its own light. Your lightsaber.
Did not take mine out. No. I was maybe a little unprepared, but as we slow down or stop, I'm not sure which it was, I will pull mine out. Though it's maybe not the most convenient glow stick since it's double-sided.
Sorry, Zach. How many strain are we taking?
You're going to lose one strain.
Okay.
So, just remember, you guys are on a wooden, rickety elevator.
That's why I made that comment, because I want to be careful to not cut a rope by accident or something.
Okay.
Yeah, let's light them when we step off.
Okay, so you're just going to descend down into darkness.
I guess one of us could light our thing.
Not because mine is more cumbersome in that way.
Okay, I think I can hold mine to where I can hold it straight up. Think of some guard soldier with their saber.
Okay.
I can
light it
as well,
or hold it horizontally. Just to figure out some way to hold it that I'm not gonna cut everything up.
You guys can easily figure that out. I will say that for the first 50-ish feet, it's just you're just in a tube of solid stone. And then as you go further down this tube of stone, on 3 sides, it's just open blackness. You can't see how far it goes. You've noticed. You would guess that your light probably ends about 5-ish feet past the lift. So maybe it's a 10-foot wide tube. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's much wider. And it goes down.
Oh, we're still in the thing. Never mind.
You can absolutely stop if you want.
I mean, are there other floors and stuff that we're passing?
No, so far you've just gone down a stone tube, and now it's just pitch black open.
Oh, okay. So I am looking at what could be an open. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to take out my lightsaber and hold it out in front of me, step out of the lift.
Out of is into nothing currently.
Yeah,
there's not even a floor?
We're suspended.
No, there's nothing.
There's a massive openness around us and beneath us.
Yes, on 3 sides. It's darkness in every direction, except for one that has a stone wall.
So, oh boy, we don't even know how to ascend yet.
Jesus. Okay. I'm gonna have one of the guys or one of y'all hold my hand, and the other one hold my waist and hold me up while I lean out.
I'll do it.
Minecraft style. Don't drop me.
Oops, too late. I dropped you.
Luckily, I never take you seriously, Jeb. But I'm gonna lean out and see if I can't look down.
Give me a perception check.
Oh.
Give me a hard perception check.
Yeah. Hard.
I just had a thought, but I don't want to be too intrusive. What do you think of the idea? Say hypothetically, you had us do strength checks to make sure she didn't fall, or brawn checks. I mean,
You know
but
what?
under normal circumstances, like if she was slipping, we would be able to say like, "Hey, it's slipping. Let's get you back up here before things got badly." But with
But
skill checks, like you get one chance or you lose or you fail.
Not necessarily.
There's got to be a way of like making that work.
you're gonna
Like
plant the idea now as Stevie's hanging over the precipice of
No,
this
no,
planet.
I don't think he's gonna do that.
I would say in that situation, Dan, if you like failed but had advantage, then I would say that's you're like, oh, I'm slipping, time to come back up, or like, oh, I'm tired, we can't go on, we have to turn back. If you got like fail with disadvantage, I would probably like make you guys do another skill check to like get a better grip. And then if you failed that, yeah, then maybe then she would fall.
Okay, just so that we don't end up doing something that could end up horribly wrong without me understanding what I'm doing.
I'm not gonna kill your characters off like that. No one has done anything to be worthy of getting a hut dropped on them.
Oh, great.
Did I ever tell you that story?
No, it sounds painful.
So when I did game for the couple of times I did it for the kids at the group home, these kids are like chronic rule breakers. Like they can't follow the rules in real life. I don't expect I don't expect them to like have a strong inclination to follow the fake rules that I just made up for the game. Like, don't steal from the bad guys, or like don't like steal from your own party. And so just to make things easier on myself, I just told them, if you decide to go all murder hobo, I will kill off your character immediately, and I will do it in the most humiliating way I can think of, which is, regardless of what you're doing, regardless of where you are, there is a hut touring over you while you're doing these unspeakable things. And he's on like his pleasure yacht, and then he falls off, and he lands on you, and he crushes you. And I will tell the story in every bar, in every game you play in, forever.
Of how you died by being squished by a giant slug.
Right, of how you died crushed by hut butt. And that usually was like a good enough consequence. They're like, okay, I guess I don't want to lose my character that way, and then have Zach remind me about it forever. So I guess I'll just not be a murder hobo and steal from my party or things like that. Yes, I promise I will not drop a hut on you. For daring to lean over into the mine shaft. No.
No, unacceptable.
Stevie, you can't tell exactly what it is, but you do see a little glint of your lightsaber light kind of reflecting off something shiny.
It's the Arctic Stone.
Oh, I really want to know, can I tell how far away it is?
Yeah, I would say 35, 40 feet maybe.
Okay.
You can't see anything else, so as far as you know, it could be a stalactite, or it could be the wall, or it could be
so I
some
think
weird reflected moth.
I think I have like 4 or 5 stem packs in my pack. So what I want to do, I'm trying to find something that's small enough, because I definitely have rocks around, but I can like throw out to see if I can get like an echolocation thing back. And I don't want to like chuck it at anything. I just kind of want to like give it a nice flick of the wrist, toss out.
Okay, go ahead and give me a average perception check to like find something that you can throw, unless you want to like discard one of your possessions.
That's why I can like use one of my stem packs. I have a few extra.
Oh no.
Okay.
Probably not. Yeah.
Wait
now.
a second.
Wait, have you used
I
any?
have
Have you used any
arrows.
force die against us?
I have arrows.
Oh, you have arrows.
I could
Ooh,
fire
you
an
should
arrow.
shoot an arrow.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Also, dear Lord, I'm gonna pray. Have you used any points against us, like dark
I
side
have. I
points,
used one
so
against the
that
guard.
so that we might have some light side points?
Yep.
You have
did.
one light side point.
Okay, cool. I didn't realize that. All right, thank you.
Okay, Dar,
Never
you said
mind,
you're
you
going to
guys go
shoot
ahead.
an arrow?
Yeah, I
Yep.
think shooting an arrow would be good. But I also can I combine it with a perception check so I can listen very intently for the clank of it hitting something.
Are you shooting? Are you shooting down? Are you shooting out? What are you shooting? What direction are you shooting?
I like to shoot down at least for the first arrow. I don't know if I'll do any more. Just so I can see, kind of figure out how far we have to fall, in case we have to actually fall.
Okay. I mean, I'm not going to make you like make an attack or anything because you literally couldn't miss. You don't even know what you're hitting. You couldn't miss. Yeah. So go ahead and give me a hard perception check.
Two success, two disadvantage.
Okay, so you hear not a sound you were expecting. You hear you're kind of expecting like a clacking sound as you hit rock or something. You hear a very dull thud.
That's weird. I've never shot rock that sounds like that before.
You can't really tell what you hit. You can tell it's probably between 50 and 75 feet below you.
It's definitely far enough of a fall that we would have no chance of making it. So let's be very careful.
Um,
I'll leave it up to my team to decide if they want to figure out anything else before we descend further into the abyss. What do you think,
All right.
Jeb?
Oh, sorry.
What am I gonna do?
I was muted.
What do you think of this situation? Should we do something specific?
I think we should jump.
I think we might die if we jump.
I think Jeb would survive.
Oh yeah, you got force jump, don't you?
Yep.
Fancy
Yep.
pants. I explained to them. Sorry, I didn't know I was muted. What I saw with the lightsaber and the glinting off of something. So I say, like,
100.
either way, jump or descend, we should keep going.
That's... How long is a football field? I'm not a football guy, but...
100 yards.
100
Okay,
yards.
so if we jumped, we'd be going a third of a football field down.
No, you'd be going
That's not that long for
a
Jedi.
sixth, 50 feet. 50 feet. 50
Oh.
to 75 feet.
Oh, I
You want
see.
to
50 to
like
75
that? Why did you put it like that? It's really not that bad for Jedi. Like, that's not that far.
Not for people who have force jump. For those of you that don't, it would suck and you would take fall damage.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I'm gonna try
It's
that.
within medium range. It's
I'm
within
gonna try
medium range.
that. I'm gonna try that.
Okay. Are you sure, Jeb?
Yes.
You're not going to be able to see anything down there. You might fall on something sharp. Who knows? There might be stalagmites down there. You could get
Are you
skewered.
just feeling froggy? Gonna jump?
Yes. I'm gonna feel froggy. I'm gonna jump.
Oh dear. Oh my.
Okay.
Let's see if I
Okay,
can
Jake.
survive. Let's see if I can survive.
You
What
want to
a
see
scene.
with your life?
No, sir, I want to see if I can survive.
Right, but you want to roll the dice
You
Um,
might die, bud.
yeah,
Yeah.
like you could die if you do this. If you know, like Liz said, if you landed on a stalagmite or something, just because you can Jedi jump down doesn't mean that there's not that it's like
Safe.
yeah
Right.
that there's like just because you can jump down there doesn't necessarily mean that there's a good place or a safe place to land. Also, you don't know what's down there.
Never hurts to try. I'm joking.
If you want to, buddy, if you want to, you can.
But will I die?
You very well you could.
You could. It's a possibility.
I'm gonna hold off.
I think
Okay.
that's wise.
Probably a good idea.
All right, I say we do keep descending though. What do y'all think?
Yeah.
I think so. We just need to be really careful in doing it.
Okay. You guys, you don't know how wide this open space is, so feel free to, if you want to. I mean, you know that Liz or Stevie saw something at 30 feet out. But yeah, feel free to continue to descend.
Do it very slowly.
Can I make a check to like hold on to something inside the cart and like hang out and like hold my lightsaber out? Never mind, that's dumb. I'll stay back in. I'm just tempting the devil at this point.
I mean, yeah, you absolutely can.
Nah, I'm good.
Okay. I'm not going to make you roll to continue to descend since you kind of already experimented and figured out how the mechanism works. As you guys kind of gently and semi-quietly manage to descend another about 60 feet, you can see that you come to at least a floor of some kind. And it appears to be. It looks like. I mean, would you like to stop it? Like, clearly the lift goes further down, and there's no other lights here. Would you like to stop and examine this level, or continue down?
I say stop and examine.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't have a map for this level, so we're going to use our imaginations. Go ahead. So the ground around the elevator looks gravelly, like loose gravel on rough stone.
Okay.
But you can't. Again, you guys can't see more than 5 feet out past yourselves with your lightsabers.
I'm gonna pull out my lightsaber and light it up. Now it's double bladed. I'm gonna hold it horizontally, and I'm gonna turn to Anaz and say, I'm gonna check out a little further. Just keep an eye on me. I'm just gonna not go very far, but I just want to see what's out there.
Oh, okay.
And I'm gonna just go out like 20 feet and just see what I can see. If there's any change, or I'm gonna look especially carefully at the ground with that red light, so that I don't fall into some hole.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a hard perception check with 2 setback die.
I can remove 1 black die.
Okay. 1 success, 1 setback. 1 success, 1 disadvantage. All right, let's see here. So as you're walking forward, you got your lightsaber out like this. So you're kind of looking on the ground, and you see what start to form on the edges of your vision what look like piles of gravel or crushed rock of some kind. Most of what you're walking on at this point is now sand, but you do see what look like, if not intentional, then like, you know, people have been dumping large piles of crushed rock and gravel here. And just as you're kind of, you get about 15, 20 feet in to the point where you're kind of surrounded by some of these chest to overhead sized piles of gravel. All of a sudden, you see two black eyes looking up at you from the side of one of the piles. And then what had looked like rock, instead a giant circular mouth pulls off of the gravel pile, and you can see little bits of rock falling out, and it just kind of lets out this horrendous screech. And then arms, giant bat-like wings, also come off. And you can tell this creature was just perfectly camouflaged in the gravel. And it immediately starts flying at you, and then you hear other screeching from all around you, and other creatures springing up the cry of screeching.
Am I
And
able
you
to
are currently
flee?
being swarmed.
Oh, shoot. Well, I have my lightsaber out, so I better start slicing.
Okay, everybody roll initiative.
Oh no, Stevie is going to teleport back on to the thing. It's a new. She didn't even know she had this power until this moment.
Are you going to go full guy and just like, I'll guard the elevator?
No.
What difficulty would I have? Oh, I guess I have to roll vigilance, don't I?
Yeah, yours would be vigilance. Everybody roll vigilance.
Stevie's
Okay.
gonna roll for me.
I am. I
It's a
need
good
to.
thing I put a lot of points into my lightsaber skill.
Okay. 3 green.
And I mean, I put a lot. I have 4 yellow for my pool, for my lightsaber.
So this one is for Stevie, and then this one is for Jeb. Two success, one advantage for Stevie, and 3 success for Jeb.
Yeah.
Hang on, you said what for Stevie?
2 success, 1 advantage.
And Jeb got what?
3 success, even.
And nothing.
I kind of figured there'd be something in the dark, but I wasn't expecting an animal immediately. I was expecting, some sort of a environmental hazard rather than an animal.
Oh.
Monster. I was thinking there was going to be a cliff. So I'm really glad I had my lightsaber
Okay.
equipped. Because I definitely would not have seen that otherwise. And I would have died.
Dar, what is your result?
4 success.
4 success.
They're going to have to roll pretty high to beat that, I would think.
Yeah, I rolled nothing. So.
Oh,
Actually, hang on.
nice. Well, not great for them, but
I'm gonna call out in front of me. I'm like, Dar, is that a cave Minoc? What is that? Like bat.
giant bat.
All right, Dar, you are up first. You are currently being swarmed by an indeterminate number of large rock-eating creatures of some kind. By your best guess, they're probably 2 meters across, wingspan-wise. So pretty big bats. Yeah, you're being swarmed.
Uh-oh. Come back, retreat.
Yeah.
I'm off of that.
Let's see. First, so I'd like to do an attack and then a movement. Gonna just slice with my lightsaber. What kind of difficulty am I looking at? Since they're engaged, right? Engaged range.
They are engaged. It does take a maneuver for you to disengage. So you can attack, disengage, and move, but you're going to have to suffer strain to do it.
I think that's probably necessary, and I'm willing to do that.
Okay.
Um,
Then it's going to be a average lightsaber check, because it's always an average lightsaber check.
is it okay?
And I am going to give you 2 setback die, because you can't see them until they're 5 feet away from you.
Yeah,
and there's a
fair.
good number. You're not even sure how many there are. They just keep swarming in on you.
Can I argue that my lightsaber would be intimidating to what I perceive as a non-sentient monster?
No,
No.
not in this case.
Okay.
I would say, if you want to roll a perception check to see if they try to avoid your lightsaber, if they're intimidated by it, you can. But
Well, I don't see it as
that won't,
necessary. I
won't change the mechanic of the attack.
figured I would just ask anyway. Oh, 1 success. Let's see.
Okay, and how much damage do you do, sir?
Yeah. Let's see here. 7 damage.
7 damage. Okay. Well, you perfectly bisect one of these bad boys. Just right off the bat. Just whomp. You do kind of bury, like, you kind of, like, take out a part of one of the big stacks of gravel that kind of, like, fills in, and it kind of, like, tumbles down, and you come to the realization that could pose a serious environmental hazard if you got buried in gravel because you're surrounded by piles that are much higher than you are.
Yeah.
But you managed to take one out pretty quickly. The 2 halves just kind of go falling off to the sides without spending an action to search. You don't have any information on them, but you could if you wanted to.
No, not necessary for what I need to do. I'm going to take that 1 strain to disengage and get out of dodge, as in get back to my team.
Okay. 1 maneuver to disengage, 2 strain for a second maneuver to move back.
Yep.
Okay. Next up is Jeb. Jeb, you see, just in the red glow of Dar's double-bladed lightsaber, you see these giant bat creatures swarming all around him, and he cuts one of them in half and then just kind of like hops out of the way of a couple and just turns around and books it back. What are you doing?
I'm gonna draw my lightsaber.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna kill one of them. That's not dead.
Okay.
And then lightsaber roll. Ahead. There.
So you want to advance towards the other ones?
Yeah.
Okay. That'll be a maneuver to get out there. And you can absolutely engage with them. Go ahead and roll me an attack roll. What weapon are you using, Jake?
I have oh what
You have a sword and a lightsaber.
I have a lightsaber.
You want to use your lightsaber?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, an average lightsaber check.
Yes.
4 success, 2 disadvantage.
How much damage does he do?
And that is a good question. Word. Oh shoot, I don't know if I have his lightsaber. You might have that. Zach.
Okay, Jake, we'll have to get your character sheet updated later. For now, let's just split the difference and say 8.
Does. I think we have the same. Hold on. And mine does. I know I have it somewhere close. 6.
6?
Yeah.
Okay. 6 plus 3 is 9 with 2 setback die. All right, Jeb. You run in to where Dar just was, swinging your cross guard lightsaber. The blue glow in the air. You manage to cut through 2 of these large bats. And right as you're feeling good about yourself, you hear another set of shrieking from higher above than the current swarm is, and you hear the flapping of leathery wings growing closer.
We made a big mistake not coming in with light.
I'm gonna retreat.
We made a serious mistake.
Going to provoke an opportunity attack. Just so you know.
What? Retreat?
Retreating will provoke an opportunity attack.
I'm gonna attack.
Well, you already attacked, so you can either stay there, or you can spend 2 strain and
Also,
retreat
I'll stay there.
back. But you'll stay there. Okay.
Your best option is to take that opportunity attack and get out of there, I think.
Yeah, still run, Jake.
Okay, I'm gonna run.
Okay. What remains of the group that you charged in and attacked, what remains of that group don't see, they come at you, dive at you a couple of times, can't seem to get purchase. As you're about halfway back, though, you hear that other group that you were listening to, that you heard coming in, and they are angry.
The second group?
Yes.
Is that what you said? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Of course they're angry. Why wouldn't they be?
All right, and they are going to hit. They go for anything metal, so they're going for the hilt of your lightsaber. They probably get your hand. They go for anything on your utility belt that's made out of metal. Any of your pieces of armor that are metal. These giant bats, you can even feel one on your hand as it goes for it. It feels like your hand is in a grinder, like a rock grinder made out of rocks. And you will take 9 points of damage. Oh no, sorry. 8 points of damage. You will take 8 points of damage and 3 advantage. What do I want to do with 3 advantage? You will have setback die on your next combat encounter from your wounds.
And setback is 1 red, right?
Setback is black.
Okay.
What are his wounds?
So Jake is at, but that was 4 and 8, so 9 wound now?
Yes, 9 wounds.
Okay.
Lucky
you.
So you take out the soak, right? And then you subtract whatever's
Yeah.
left. Yep.
Lucky you, you're 4 soak for Jacoby. That took half the damage off your plate.
So I have no more damage?
No, you had some.
You still took a good amount of damage. You wouldn't want to do that too many more times. All right, Stevie, you are up.
Okay, so we obviously just got by 1. And I'm going to take a swipe at, actually a stabbing. I'm going for the stabbing action toward the one that attacked me. But with my lightsaber, of course. So wait, here I am already on it.
So you're going to move out there and attack them?
Yeah. The one
Okay.
didn't I just get attacked, or did that just Jake?
That was just Jake.
Okay, cool. Never mind. I'm gonna run out. I'm gonna run out and get the one that just got Jake.
Okay.
Try and help him out.
Thank you,
Of course.
Stevie.
Of course. Anything for you, Boo.
All right, go ahead and give me a average lightsaber check. Dang, early finish.
For advantage.
I was gonna say, give me an average lightsaber check with 1 setback die, and I'm gonna spend a destiny point to upgrade that to 1 purple, 1 red. So 1 purple, 1 red, 1 black. Give me the roll. Miss jump the gun over here. Okay. Yes, you have to re-roll.
Okay, so that's yellow with 1 purple, 1 red, and 1 black.
Yes.
I might have actually killed you, Jake. Whoops, looks like I did.
Jake made it back to the lift. You just missed your attack.
Well.
Which is fine.
My pride took a hit.
As the only person out there, whatever their organization, you are attacked, you are swarmed by several of these things. I'm just going to roll some attacks real quick. Purple. What were we doing? We were doing. Sorry. I haven't done this in a while, and my fingers are going to the wrong buttons. Oh, girl, you got lucky. You do not take any critical hits, surprisingly. Ooh. You are going to take 8 points of 8 wounds. You're going to take 8 wounds.
Yeah.
And they will have an additional blue die on their next attack, and you will have a black die on your next attack. Top of the initiative order. Dar, you're up. You see... Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, top of the initiative order then. Dar, you're up. You see Stevie out there in the swarm. Uh,
Mhm.
she's just gotten torn into, same as Jeb. Your move, bud.
Uh, Nothing for it but to fight, I think. Now, is speech like a free action? I don't remember.
It depends.
Like,
If you just want to be like, I'm coming or something like that, then yeah, that's free. If you want to like give complex directions or tell someone to do something, um, I generally let it roll unless you're trying to direct an NPC or uh, something of that nature, in which case I would give you like a leadership check. But yeah, just to communicate a quick sentence or two, yes.
okay, so if I say like I'll cover your retreat, that'd probably be fine.
That would be very fine, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna say that.
Yeah,
Wait.
I'm listening loud and clear.
Yep. And I'm going to take another swing at these creatures. Again, I'm guessing I have a similar dice pool.
Yeah, except no dark side point. By the way, it is now 2 light side, 2 dark side.
Uh, I like to flip a light side to increase my chances.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you going to upgrade their roll, or are you going to upgrade your roll or downgrade the difficulty?
I like to upgrade my roll.
Okay.
Oh wait,
Then
how do I
turn one
do
of your
that?
greens into a yellow, or if you have all yellows, give yourself a green.
Okay, there we go. And then it was 2 purple, and you said no more
And
blacks.
1 black die.
1 black. Okay, there we go. There we
With the 2 of
go.
you out there waving your lightsabers around.
Ooh, that was worth it. That will bring my
Okay.
damage up to 8.
Up to 8.
Unfortunately, if I had gotten one more advantage, I would have gotten a critical.
Nice. Okay. You managed to kill another one of these creatures. So there's a maneuver and an action. Do you want to make another maneuver and spend some strain, or what do you want to do?
Hmm. I better stay put. I'm in the best shape to take a hit
Mm-hmm.
to allow my team
Mm-hmm.
to get out of there.
Okay. Okay. Next up is Jeb. Jeb, you see your 2 compatriots out there throwing down.
Hmm.
Sounds like Stevie might come back. Jeb might cover a retreat. What are you looking at? What are you doing?
Could I hit myself with a stim pack?
You absolutely can, assuming you have some. Let's see here. Stevie, does Jeb have stim packs?
I didn't see any on there, but I don't know how well we've been doing it keeping up with. I mean, you had his sheet the last time we went shopping. Here we go.
Oh,
But
that's true.
um,
Yeah, he's got stim packs. He's got 2 according to my list.
okay, then yeah,
I'm
I
gonna,
will
I'm gonna
go to
use one.
roll.
Emergency med pack, which has like a
Right,
undisclosed quantity that I'm not like. Next time you guys go to port, I'll make you buy more.
that makes
But
sense.
I would say for now you have access to a reasonable amount of stim pack.
Then do I roll a resilience check to bring back, or a medicine check?
No, no, he just gets 7 wounds back.
Okay, cool.
Or sorry, not 7, 5, 5.
Okay, then he's
Make
back
it
to
extra
full.
potent stim packs.
He's back to full health. Does that take any strain too if it was like less than?
Nope, it
Okay,
does not help with strain.
okay, cool. Then makes it easy. All right, full health again.
All right, Jeb, you're up to full health. That was your maneuver. You could suffer some strain and run back out there and still take your action.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay. You don't have to. You don't have to if you don't want to.
I would love to do that.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a lightsaber check. Average, 1 black die.
Gotcha. Two success.
Oh, sorry, I forgot. You had a black die from last time. Can you roll one more black die for me, Stevie?
Yeah. Sorry, I thought that was the black die you were asking for, but that makes sense.
No, that's an addition.
Okay. Two
One
success,
success.
one success, yeah.
All right. And how much damage were you saying? 6?
Of your chin, yep. Chinny chin chin.
Alrighty, yes. Jeb. You managed to take a swipe and take out another one.
Yeah, boy. Yeah,
Thank
boy.
you. Oh, I pant as I use his shoulder to pull myself up. Thank you.
All right, Stevie, you're up.
All right, so I am going to use all my maneuver and action and whatever's to get back to the thing.
Okay, so you can use one maneuver to disengage, and then you can use your action as a maneuver to move.
Yep, that's what.
And
I'm
that doesn't cost any strength. Okay. Next up will be the crowd. You see some swarm. You see them like kind of lay off for a second, and they don't attack, but you just see them swarming around you more. And you can't quite tell what happens, but you're only getting attacked once now. I'm just combining swarms. And they are going after this newcomer, Jeb.
Oh, great.
Who just killed the most. Yep. Watch yourself, Jeb.
Hopefully they miss.
Not likely. Jeb, that's going to be another 8 damage. Oh, shoot, hang on. No, it's not. 1 second. I forgot to add their other blue die. And it didn't matter. Yep, 8 damage, Jeb. Top of the round. Dar, you're up. You guys you've noticed you have had an effect.
Well, that's good to know.
Okay, yeah.
You've probably taken out about half of them at this point.
Are you guys opposed to me flipping the last white side? I think we have one more left.
Go ahead, by all means.
You have one more left.
Okay. Might as well use it. We never do.
This is true.
Alright.
So that would make it back to 0-4?
Yes.
Yeah. It'll improve our chances.
Use it wisely.
Again. Oh!
How much damage do you do?
I believe that's another 8 damage.
8 damage. Okay. You take out 2 of them in one fell swoop. It's almost like they were coming in to dive bomb you, and you just went straight through one and then straight through the other with your double bladed. Or however you want to narrate that. Catch one with each blade as they come at you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one's coming high, and you go to take him out, and you don't even see it, but the lower half of your lightsaber goes in on one that you didn't see coming that was coming in for your ankle. It's just cha-cha. You take out 2 in one swoop.
And my teammates are retreating, right?
Stevie has retreated. Jeb has just been attacked.
Oh dear.
I'm gonna like also grab Jeb along with me, like like not all of him, but like one of his shirts, enough to like come on, encourage him along. I'm gonna try and get your attention, Jeb. Come on.
I mean, he can see you run away like a coward.
Whoa, I would say like a realistic warrior that wants to live to die another day. I'm not letting rock my knocks.
Well, that's
That
about
aren't
all
real.
I can do. I was gonna maybe retreat, but it seems like that's not really.
It would cost you 2 strain to disengage and retreat.
Yeah, not gonna do that.
Okay. Jeb, you're up next. Dar has not retreated. There's still an indeterminate number swarming around you, but substantially less. You guys feel like you've definitely carved a good chunk into your enemies here. What's your move, Jeb?
I'm gonna hit myself with another stim pack.
Okay. Then so that's a maneuver. Do you want to spend 2 strain and run away, like Stevie did, or do you want to attack?
I'm gonna probably attack.
Stevie was what?
I'm probably gonna attack.
Okay, I was gonna say Stevie was trying to get you to go with her, but you're your own man. You live your life.
Wait.
Besides, Stevie's kind of a wuss, anyways.
Why are you so mean to my beloved character?
I don't know. I'm sure it has nothing to do with our Friday game at all. So, Liz, you gonna roll that attack for us, or?
Oh, sorry. Just an average one.
Yes, please. Oh, sorry, with 1 setback there. My bad.
Never mind. Ignore that. Okay,
1 failure,
so-
2 advantage.
Yeah. Whoopsie daisy.
Jeb, would you like to pass a blue die to your next compatriot?
Yes.
Or yes? Okay.
Yes.
I would say, or you can add a black die to the enemy.
Can I add a black die to the enemy?
Absolutely. Next up, okay, so your attack misses, but you do, with all of your flailing of your lightsaber, you are making it harder for them to come in and swoop at you and Dar. Just with your wild lightsaber flailing. Now it definitely looks like a popo rave with Dar's red lightsaber and your blue lightsaber, and the lights bouncing off it every time you guys move it, changing. Yeah, it looks like this entire cavern is under arrest.
Did I hit one, Zach?
You did not hit one. No, sorry, bud. Stevie, you're up.
All right. Now that I've have time to like get back and like get away, and take a breath, I am gonna take a look and see about how many are left. You said like two or three.
You can't tell. You can't tell how many they are because they keep swooping in and out of the darkness. But noticeably, dramatically less than when you guys first got it swarmed.
In that case, I am gonna maybe use a force power.
That's a good idea.
Never mind, these probably are bigger than a silhouette of 0.
Give me a second.
Ooh, or hold on. The force user can hurl objects to damage targets by making a ranged combat check combined with a move power check. dealing damage equal to 10 times silhouette. That makes no sense to me, but I know it means I can move bigger stuff.
So these are too big for that, unfortunately.
That makes sense. Okay. Then I'm just gonna collect myself a little bit better, and then kind of go back into the foray, and find my way around Jeb, and attack another one.
Okay.
So, I'll go on whichever one is closer to Dar.
At this point, you can't really distinguish between individuals until they come into lightsaber light range. So it's kind of just swiping at whatever happens to fly by.
All right, cool. I'm gonna do that then.
So go ahead and roll an attack.
Oh, 2 success, 1 disadvantage.
Okay, how much damage do you do?
6 damage.
What?
6.
So +1 is 7. You managed to take one out.
Yes.
But you're gonna take a black die for your next check. Okay. Next up is the creatures, which are going to go after Stevie since you just killed most recently.
Uh-oh.
Hopefully they miss.
Hopefully.
They miss.
Oh, thank God, because I am not doing well. I should have hit myself with stem packs, and I absolutely did not. So.
Dar, you're up. Dar, you can tell there's like maximum 2 or 3 of these things left.
I'm standing my ground.
Okay.
Again.
Make it happen, Captain.
You disgusting creatures. Let's see. I think that's the right dice pool. Oops, I did greens instead of yellows. Let me redo that.
Yeah.
I have a habit of doing that because I'm not paying attention enough.
Jeez, whoa! What are you rolling? Is that your light?
That is a crit. That's a crit at...
That's 2 crits, if I'm not mistaken.
At 9 damage.
So 2 crits and 9 damage.
Yeah.
So you managed to take out the last 2 of these creatures. And in the aftermath of the fight, you kind of get to looking and you pick up on the fact that they are in fact some strange variation of Minok. These are some sort of particularly scrawny, spindly Minok that they appear to be eating the metals eating the rock and metals out of these gravel pits, the little bit that's left.
I was a little concerned that I was going to get picked up and dropped.
That would have been funny.
I was concerned about that for all of us.
Well, okay, who's hurt?
I am. I need a stem pack for sure as I hit myself with one.
I just realized
you guys can take resilience. You can make a resilience check now to recover strain and I think
first.
Also wounds. So you guys can essentially take a break.
Jake, you should be good.
That should be good.
Jeb is very healthy. You were ready with the stem packs.
Yeah.
You took care of yourself in the fight.
Yep.
Remember, you have taken 2 stem packs now, so the next time you use a stem pack, it's only going to give you 3 wounds back.
Yeah.
Until tomorrow.
I didn't even get hit at all.
You didn't, strangely enough.
Hold on, where's my resiliency?
I must have caused enough chaos.
Does this check come with a disadvantage
Nope,
or
this is a
difficulty?
straight roll. No,
Difficulty. Okay.
no difficulty.
Cool.
Roll
Straight
resilience.
roll. 3 success, 1 advantage.
All right, you can recover 3 wounds and 1 strain.
Okay, I'm still gonna take a stem pack too.
Okay. Your next stem pack will cost you 4. Do you guys want to do any additional exploration of this level?
It's hard to know because I don't know how big this area is. And that's my own fault because I didn't remember to bring in light with me. Guys, I have a suggestion. Let's return to the surface. Let's get a light source and come back.
Yep.
I
was just about to say that.
I
agree.
Not having light down here.
We're not going to be finding anything. We know enough to know that we need light.
Yeah, our dim light from our space age flashlights is not good enough. Glow sticks.
Somebody give me an easy knowledge outer rim check.
That's not me.
Let's see. Oh, that's probably me. You said easy?
Here you go.
Easy knowledge outer rim.
Oh, did you do it, Stevie? Okay. Wait.
No, you go for it.
Oh, I see. There we go.
You would know that of the light sources you've seen used on this planet, the only ones that are going to do more than just slightly better than your lightsabers, honestly, is probably like a large open fire. There's probably not, you haven't seen any portable light sources that are much better than your lightsabers.
I'd at least feel
now if you went back to your ship, you could almost certainly find a torch. I'm fairly certain at least one of you has either like a fusion lantern or a torch or something. We know we've talked about a fusion lantern.
Rovi has a fusion lantern.
Does he?
Yeah, we talked about it. I was going to carry it, and then I think he said, "Oh no, I'll carry that one."
Okay.
I know. Yeah.
Then I would say we can just have Rovi following you guys around, carrying the lantern to provide about 20 feet of light in every direction.
I thought we were going to start your camping tonight.
Let the games begin. Sorry, go ahead. I was paying attention. I am still. Hello.
Nice. No, you're good. You're good.
No,
all right. So, are you guys exploring, or are you gonna head down or up?
I would feel a little more comfortable if I had at least had some torches that I could just light and place, so that I can light up certain different areas and then leave light behind me.
Okay.
We're Minecrafting in real life.
I guess so. I wasn't thinking about it like that, but yeah.
Here's the torch, and here's the torch.
Oh, I guess we just talked about that fusion lantern.
Yeah, I like the idea of the fusion lantern.
It's not a problem.
Because, yeah. But how far away are we from our thing? I mean, I agree we should head back to the surface and kind of like reevaluate what we're doing. Because there's obviously a lot more to this than we thought there was. And as we head back to the top, I say we discuss, like, what do we need from the ship, Because I have no problem going to the boss and being like, hey, turns out we have the stuff, we just need,
Well, I think the lantern's in his bag.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he has
Never
it
mind.
with.
My
I
bad.
think he.
My
I
bad.
think you're right. I think he has it with him. So you guys can see with Roby dedicated to holding the lantern. You guys can see within 20 feet of him,
Oh,
Okay,
in a
sweet.
perfect.
20-foot radius.
That's a lot better.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that lit up, are we on? Um, can we see enough to know if this is a large, solid piece of ground, or is this like a shelf on the edge of a cliff or something? Like that's kind of what I'm curious about.
With just a little bit of moving around, you can tell that this is a natural open cavern. Um, the top appears to be some sort of fissure, uh, but it's about 30 feet by 40 feet, and it appears that the mine has just been dumping like crushed rock from their industry into this open natural cavern.
Oh, okay, that's a lot. It's
It's
a
essentially
lot
it's
smaller.
essentially like a dumping ground.
It's a
Yes.
lot smaller than I thought it was. Okay, I was imagining this just massive, huge open area.
Okay, so I thought for a second I had the idea that it was just slag piles. When you said the gravel was stacked up all around.
Yeah, it's essentially discard from from the industry.
Yeah.
I mean, like you guys saw like rock breakers and smelters and stuff out front.
Okay, cool.
Um,
I mean, we can if we had now that we have this. Remember, we have this lantern. We can keep going further down again.
Yeah, I'm way more comfortable with that now.
okay.
Heave ho, boys.
You guys head back to the lift, and Stevie starts gently lowering you down to the next level. Let's take a 5-minute break because I have to use the bathroom terribly, and we'll
Okay,
be back in a second.
For
sounds
sure.
good.
Okay, so when are you getting these sheep and goats?
The sheep probably. I'm gonna reevaluate in February, but probably in about 2 or 3 months.
If
I'm
y'all
gonna
are
get the sheep.
hiring for a hand any let me know. I'm kind of weak, but that can change. And I've never done this before, but I am a quick learner.
Oh,
You're
okay.
also like 10 hours away, babe.
You know what? That can change.
Dan, how far of a drive are you from Spokane? How long? How long of a drive?
Let's see. I had. I think I had a. Well, let me think. Spokane to Bozeman is, I think. I think that's 8 hours, and then Bozeman to Belfouche is. I would say probably in the neighborhood of 14 hours total.
Okay.
I think
That's actually not that bad.
it's. I mean, it's doable to do it in one day. It would completely tire me out, but the next day I wouldn't have to drive at all. So.
I used
Right.
to make that long of a trip between where I lived at the time and where I went to college, where my family and parents and all that lived,
Mm-hmm.
and where I went to college. I did it in my early 20s, and that wasn't that long ago, so I think I could do it. It took like 2 days to get from Kansas City up to here. 2.5 days.
I've been trying to. Um,
Oh, mhm.
I've been thinking about just going and visiting some nearby places because Denver's only 4.5 hours away from here, so it'd be nice
That's
to
so
go see the
weird.
Rockies again. And then there's.
Jeffrey absolutely loves Denver. He said it was one of the nicest places he'd ever been to.
It's one of the
It's a
nicest
cool
places I ever
place.
drove through.
I lived in the suburbs for a while. Um,
How
and
far
then
is
there's
Denver
the
from here?
Tetons in Yellowstone, which is probably about 6 hours from me.
I've been to both of those. Very worth it. Very cool.
And then there's Bighorn National Park, which is even closer. So, and that's in the like smack in the center of Wyoming. So that would be a cool place to go.
I drove up the center of Wyoming on the way out here. It's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Well,
Well, is everybody back?
Yes.
you think
Yeah.
so? Yes.
All righty. Now you can go to the second picture on the map. The lower picture.
Mm.
Okay. I presume we're coming out at the top right.
Yep, top right. The northeast corner. That's where the lift is. Um, Again, there's oil lamps, and they are still burning. Um, Judging from what you can see of the one right in front of the lift, uh, they are quite low on oil. Like clearly, someone has filled the top floor lamps well after these were filled last.
Do you mind if I
Mm-hmm.
bring in a little real world context?
Sure.
Okay, so I have kerosene lamps, and I know that about a quart of kerosene will burn for, well, depending on how high the flame is, it could go for the better part of a week, maybe about 4 days. Now,
That's about right.
this could be a different oil, but
Probably not as good as kerosene, but like it's safe to say it's been at least a few days since
Okay, we
anybody's
could
been down.
say 2 to 4 days.
Mm.
that's some pretty random real world context to have.
I would love to have a kerosene lamp.
I have a few of them. They're pretty cool.
I like them as well.
They're actually really bright, believe it or not.
Yeah.
People used to live or has lived by them for most of human history.
Ooh.
Let's see. Well, we wouldn't. Well, I guess we'd see a good portion. I mean, there's not a whole lot obstructing our view to that pool of water over there, right?
Other than darkness, no.
Yeah.
Again, with the lights, you guys can see bright light in like the square that the light is in, and then dim light in the squares around that. So you can probably see that. I mean, you can obviously there's like a wooden second level directly in front of you guys. There's some sort of equipment there, and there's a lot more light up on that wooden platform. But other than that,
I'd like to check those crates that are just to the left of the lift.
all right, go ahead and give me a perception check, average perception check.
Okay. Let's see what that is again. Wow.
Okay.
He's having an aneurysm.
Most of what you see looks like empty barrels or barrels that maybe had. There's like a few scoops of like rice left in them. This definitely looks like when they left, it wasn't worth it to take these up with them last time. One of them is about a third of the way full of crude iron nails. However, right as you're about to go, as you move your lightsaber away from the pile, out of the corner of your eye, you catch a very faint blue glow that you hadn't noticed that you clearly uncovered in disturbing these. And upon further investigation, you find a light blue crystal about this big that's giving off very dim light.
Ooh.
It's about that big.
Is it something I could pick up and put in a pocket?
Absolutely. It looks like it's not a cut crystal of any. It's a rough raw natural crystal. There's even like you can even see where it was like busted off.
I'd like to pocket that and a handful of crude nails.
Okay, add a pocket full of nails.
I do have a reason for that.
Blue glowy crystal.
Okay, so and then I'm gonna turn to my team and say, and show them the nails. Like, remember how those creatures were eating the iron? I wonder if I could use this as not bait, but maybe maybe bait or a distraction.
Well, if you're wanting, right? Are you wanting to like bait them away? Like, we'll just leave these nails and they'll go over there, and then we'll.
Yeah, like toss the nails at them and then they go crazy eating the steel, or I mean the iron.
Right, because they probably don't see well if they're living down here. So.
Yeah. I wonder if light would keep them away too. If we had the fusion lantern out, if maybe they'd be frightened by that. I
could see how I felt like the lightsabers, and it could have been a threat, but like brought them in. Because it's probably like one of the only things they can see.
Yeah, they're probably like real bats where their eyes practically don't work at all.
Yeah.
Okay, well...
Give me a knowledge xenology check. Somebody give me a knowledge xenology check.
Hold on. Check this, everybody.
Hey, Jeffrey.
Oh, Dan says hello, Jeffrey.
Jeffrey probably can't hear you. He has his headphones on.
Yeah, he has his headphones on too. I can give it a shot. It's not the best, but
Well,
Be average knowledge xenology.
we could both try because we're both speculating, right?
this is true.
If you both have
I don't.
okay, well one of you can give the other one a blue die.
Do you have a rank in this, Darb?
I have.
I'm sitting at 3 green.
Yeah, I do have a rank actually.
All right, well I'll give you a blue die then.
Cool, and it was average.
Yeah.
Woo.
Oh, that's my first failure of the night.
You're trying to think back to what you know about Minox and their vision, and the only thing you can remember is reading a story about a guy who was like hellbent on harvesting the bile of a Minox to create some sort of like super solvent. That's the only Minox fact that's coming to mind.
Is that Minoc
Hi,
with like a
Liz.
CK at the end, or is it a T?
Hey,
TK.
hey, Jake.
Okay.
Hey.
I was hearing T, so I was thinking of like the wine.
Oh,
just pronounced differently. That's funny. Anyway, I guess I'll mention that to my team, thinking that that's like useful information or whatever. And say, well, it doesn't hurt to try maybe later, trying some things, but I don't see any of them right now, so I'm not concerned yet. Maybe we might run into something else instead. Who knows?
Maybe those bats again.
Hopefully not. I did not like them.
It will be very sneaky on the way
I
back.
did like them considerably better when they were chopped in half, though.
Yes, me too. Me too.
Alrighty.
We should check out that structure that's right in front of us, that wooden platform.
Like that office area, yes.
Upon cursory inspection, you can see that the area directly underneath the wooden platform very clearly is still being mined. Up above the platform, though, it looks like some sort of... You hesitate to say office, but like this is probably where the foreman worked when he was in this part of the mine.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Go ahead and give me... Everybody give me an average perception check.
Yeah.
Alright, that's for Stevie, and then Jeb perception is this. So Stevie got 1 disadvantage, and Jeb got 1 failure and 2.
Hey, Liz, I can barely hear you.
That's weird. Hold on. Is that better?
That's a little better, yeah.
Okay. So Stevie got 1 disadvantage, and Jeb got 1 failure and 2 advantage.
Okay.
Booyah!
I
We
got
don't
3
notice
success and 1
anything.
disadvantage.
Stevie, you almost stumble into a rock crusher. And you catch yourself at the last minute, and that seems to kind of take up most of your focus. Was like, I don't know if it would have worked. Got somebody turning the crank, but that would have sucked.
Mm-hmm.
Jeb, you got 1 failure, 2 advantage. Okay.
Yeah, 1 failure, 2 advantage.
Jeb, you notice that there is a small kitchen, kind of built into one of the walls. And by kitchen, it's really more like a very small, like, cook surface, like place to put coals for cooking, a counter, and like a half, like a pony keg barrel of water, and like some random, there's a couple of rough iron knives and some general tools that you might need to prepare food, even at a very basic level. You don't find much poking around there, but it looks like whenever they did leave, they left in a hurry because somebody was at least partially preparing food when they all left, and they didn't bother to put it away. Dar, 3 success, 1 setback, right?
Yep.
You come across some papers, some paperwork actually on one of the big desks. And it's very hard to read. This is the first example of written language that you've seen. And it uses a very unfamiliar script. You can tell that it's at least based in BASIC, but outside of that, it's a little difficult to glean, to like actually read. Like you can see where like some of the symbols look like the symbols for BASIC, and it just kind of feels like that. But you're having a very difficult time reading it. From the best you can tell, this looks like notes on exploring a deep cavern. A deep cavern.
Am I able to glean any wisdom from it, or is it just too difficult to make out?
Whatever cavern this is discussing, it's. Can you go away? You're coming back. Or mute yourself. That works too.
I thought I was muted.
It's about 120 feet deep.
Holy cow.
And they haven't started. They haven't expanded further out past that, or not, at least not very far.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's a considerable distance.
They are really good at this for how like behind they are in any kind of technology.
Maybe they've been
Good
out
for
a long
them.
time.
Probably. Clearly, whatever they need down here is very important.
Right, that's a lot of effort. So whatever's threatening them must be pretty serious too, because they clearly
At
care
first, I
about it.
thought for a second, what if it's those bat things? I mean, probably, but the thought crossed my mind. It's battle. I want to go check out this body of water too. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Dan.
That sounds like a good.
Yeah, I would say from your vantage point, you guys could easily see that there's more to explore. The pool of water is probably only about 4 or 5 feet deep. It's not that big, and it appears to be water that is seeping through cracks in the stone. It's one of those cave ponds that you see that's like, it's like perfectly still, There is, for some reason, a tent set up in the corner. I don't know. You're not entirely sure why you need a tent in mine. Maybe for the dust, I guess. But there appears to be some barrels there. It looks like maybe they've been refilling their water barrels from this cave spring.
I don't know that there's really anything of interest over here. We should try going down into some of the mine shafts and see if there's a threat in there. Because it seems like this is their base of operations.
I agree.
Real quick, you guys have been down in this mine. It's dusty. It's dirty. It's dry. Go ahead and everybody give me an average resilience check.
Resilient. Resilience.
Jeb's is 4 success, 1 advantage, and 1 dark side point. Oh, that's mine.
Wait,
Whatever
that's yours
that
or that's
one means.
Jeb's?
No, that's Jeb's. Mine is about to come. Mine is 1 success and 1 advantage.
Stevie, you need to roll an average check, so you need to include some purple die on that.
Uh-oh. Okay, hold on. Sorry. So, if you went to Jeb's, that's only 2 success and 1 dark side point. And then mine would be... two disadvantage.
2 disadvantage?
Yep, that's it.
Okay. Everybody else, you're doing fine. Dee Dee, you said 2 disadvantage?
Mm-hmm.
You are not doing as fine. It's dry. It's gross. Like, you're thirsty. This beautiful, still crystal clear pond has just got you thinking that you're definitely a little thirsty.
So I want to take a sip of it. Yes.
You said you want to take a sip of it?
Yep.
You take a sip, and yeah, it's very, very fresh. This tastes like very clean water. It's got a little bit of a mineral flavor to it, almost, but not unpleasant at all. Not sulfury or anything. It tastes very pleasant, and go ahead and give me an easy perception check.
Excuse me.
That's 1 advantage.
There does not appear to be anything off about this water at all. Other than it's just a natural spring of fresh, clear water.
Okay, I understand why this might be an unpopular opinion, but what if we called it here for tonight? On this cliffhanger.
Oh, that's fine by me if you need it. If you want that.
I mean, I could
it's
probably go on for a little
10:15.
bit longer.
I
Yeah.
just realized how late it is for me. 10:15.
We can call it. I mean, we probably only go another 15 minutes anyway. So
Whichever you
if
want.
this is a good stopping point for everybody, then I'm okay with that.
It's inconsequential to me. I don't have work tomorrow, so I'm gonna get a little extra sleep anyway.
I get a little tired.
Alrighty, we can call it.
Sounds good.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
All right.
Well,
We
thanks,
have
Zach.
to meet next time, though. Come hell or high water.